Oh, hey folks, I didn't see you there. How's it going? My name is Matt. I'm a naturalist at the Tillamook Forest Center, and I hope you're here not by mistake today, because today's program is all about scat. And no, I'm not talking about jazzed improvised singing.
Boop, scat, a boop, potato, scat, scat.
In the dictionary, scat is defined as an animal fecal dropping. And poop may be the most underappreciated part of nature there is. Well, today, folks, the scat's about to hit the fan, because we're going to learn that waste is hardly ever wasted in the woods. Poop is nature's social media, it provides protection, and some animals have a real taste for waste. Is anyone here on Facebook or any kind of social media? Well, just like people use Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to communicate with each other when we're not physically present with each other, animals in the forest do the exact same thing. Who here has seen a long post from a dear relative going into maybe a little bit too much detail? Well, coyotes are the canine version of that. Except instead of writing a long post, they leave a nice big pile of scat, often in the middle of the trail, for us to see. Has anyone ever seen any coyote scat hiking out in Oregon? I tell you what, it's everywhere. Has anyone ever heard of the app Zillow before? Well, just like on Zillow how you can see when a house is on the market or when it's sold, scat does the exact same thing. Animals will leave scat to mark their territory. Animals like cougars and bobcats will often leave something called scratch piles, where they leave large piles of sticks and dirt and grass and then put poop right on top. And what that does is it says to other animals that this is their territory and to stay away. Hey, what about love? Lots of people are meeting each other online these days. And believe it or not, poop can actually help animals find a connection or a mate in the woods. Kind of like a dating profile, if you will. Let's cut to a good friend of mine, Martha the mountain lion's dating profile.
Sleek, healthy female seeks strong, silent male. I have great whiskers, dense fur, and deep yellow eyes. Meow! My skills include prowling, hunting, and napping, and one look at my scat will tell you that I'm very well fed. Some might find me intimidating, but with such good genes, I might just be the cougar you've been waiting for.
The metaphor of social media and scat continues with food. Just like how we use apps like Yelp or Grubhub to track down our next meal, a lot of animals will follow scent smells from scat to find their prey. Finding a prey animal's poop not only helps find some food, but can also tell you the distance of the prey, the overall health, and all sorts of menu items similar to a Yelp review. Nobody wants to be eaten, right? Some animals have adapted to use their poop for protection. Caterpillars are a great example of this. Our very own silver-spotted skipper caterpillar doesn't want parasitic wasps or other sorts of predators to know where it is. So what it will do is it will fling its poop over 5 feet away. Let's check it out. Scat will also help animals hide. Anyone at home have a cat? Maybe a cat who poops in their litter box? Well, chances are if your cat is burying its poop, it actually recognizes you as the dominant member of the household. Pretty cool, huh? So what happens is cougars and bobcats and other sorts of feline animals will bury their poop so that they don't attract other aggressive male cougars who want to eat their young. Hiding your scat isn't the only way for protection, however. Lots of animals will use scat as a forceful means of protection, like the garter snake. Garter snakes, when they're threatened, will musk, which is a lot easier than producing venom. Essentially what this is a whole lot of feces, a whole lot of urine that they will shoot out in the face of a threat. Perhaps the most offensive form of poop protection is the golden tortoise beetle. When they're in their larvae stage, golden tortoise beetles will defend themselves by piling a bunch of poop on their backs called a fecal shield. And they do this using an appendage called the anal fork. You thought your kids were gross, huh? A nice pile of scat. Scat has a lot of different properties, being from communication to defense. However, sometimes scat is just tasty. There are a lot of things in our forest that have a taste for waste, and not without good reason. Often scat contains food that was only partially digested and still has important nutrients, so why let all that good stuff go to waste? Any of you have a dog at home? One of the reasons that dogs and other animals sometimes like to eat poop is to try to balance out their gut bacteria. Kind of like when we eat yogurt to help our stomachs stay regular. Even lots of plant seed waste. The nitrogen that comes from scat as it breaks down into soil helps to fertilize and feed plants. Let's imagine that you're a tree, like maybe one of these beautiful big leaf maples out here in the forest right now. As a tree, you want to spread your seeds and reproduce, right? So how's the best way to do that? Well, you can drop your seeds. Okay, that did a little something. Or maybe a gust of wind can help spread your seeds far. But that only goes so far, right? What if there was some way you could wrap your seeds in something that animals like to eat? Well, in prehistoric times, trees and other sorts of plants began to develop brightly colored fruit that surrounded their seeds that attracted animals to eat their fruit. Nice, sweet, beautiful, sugary fruit. So you have all sorts of animals that are going to eat your fruit and spread your seeds. Maybe a mouse or a rat will take a little nibble and then poop that out only a few feet away. Whereas maybe a bird is going to eat that fruit and then fly for a really long distance and then poop that out, spreading your seeds and creating much biodiversity in the forest. One reason why our ancestors developed vision that is able to see in color is to identify these beautiful sugary fruits, which then became a really important part of the human diet. Anyone out there like to eat fruit? Well, the next time you're having an apple, thank poop, because that is how we got that apple. Whenever I'm on a field trip and we find some scat, it's absolutely amazing because you can't really replicate that opportunity in the classroom. But by digging through that scat, you really learn a lot about that animal and about where that animal has been. Unfortunately, native animal scat isn't always the poop that you find in the woods. Who here has been walking along and seen a bag that looks just like this before? In 2018, U.S. Forest Service rangers in the Enchantments Wilderness area up in Washington were reported that they had to bury over 400 piles of poop. So the next time you're out in the woods and nature calls, help me out, folks. Help me out with this here poop pledge. So take your right hand, put it over your heart, and repeat after me. I promise to be a responsible pooper when away from the bathroom. I will travel 70 feet from trail, campsite, and water. I will bury my poop 6 inches underground. I will take care and look after my pets. For our waters, our forests, and our lands, these things I pledge. Congratulations! Now you're a pooping professional. So thanks for joining me today, and remember, waste is never wasted in the forest. And that's because scat is nature's social media, poop is protection, and many organisms have a taste for waste. I'm Naturalist Matt, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.